This is OKC's defense, and they're on track to break a playoff record that hasn't been touched in 26 years. They're averaging a ridiculous 10.9 steals per game, forcing turnovers at a rate that's making some NBA offenses look like JV squads. And today, after watching hours of film and every playoff moment, we're breaking down exactly how they're doing it, revealing the moves that make the Thunder the most disruptive defense in NBA history. But here's the challenge. During this video, I'll be testing if you've got what it takes to play for OKC, and if you can spot the exact moment defenders are about to make their move. And by the end of this video, you'll have the tools to add these steals to your game, so you can go and make your own history. And it all starts with what we'll call the shadow steals, those sneaky attacks from behind that showcase the Thunder's unrelenting hustle and their never give up defense. The first technique in this category will be the pursuit steal. Imagine beating your defender off the dribble, thinking you've won the battle, only to have them strike from behind just as you're about to gather the ball. That's the pursuit swipe. Instead of giving up or peeling off, which has become common in today's game, OKC's defenders stay in the play, pursuing the ball, trailing the ball handler like a shadow, and waiting for the perfect moment to swipe the ball free. SGA is a master at this. Watch how he times his swipe perfectly right as the offensive player is most vulnerable, and this works for a few reasons. OKC's defense is always ready to rotate and help, forcing the offense to protect their gather from those rotating defenders, putting the ball in the perfect position for those pursuing defenders from behind. If you're going to start thinking like OKC's defense, you can never think you're out of position to make a play. And that is no more evident than their ability to generate back tips, not only in the half court as we just saw, but also in the full court, where the offensive players think they're home free surveying the court in the open fast break. But OKC's defenders never give up on a play, sprinting from behind and running straight through that dribble pocket, turning a fast break into a turnover. The key here is not to lunge or slow your momentum. Instead, go full speed and run straight through the dribble. If somehow you miss, you'll at least end up in front of the ball. And if that's not enough, there's one more sneaky move that completes OKC's shadow steal toolkit. Some coaches used to call this lazy defense, but OKC has made the wraparound steal a staple for them, using it in pick and rolls to attack the first dribble and poke it away, or wrapping around ball handlers when they're trying to use their back to shield their dribble. OKC's defenders are anticipating those dribble spots and poking that ball free, often before the offense even knows what hit them. Shadow steals aren't just highlights, they're a mindset. Never give up and always hunt for the ball. But here's the thing with OKC's defense. It's not just about coming from behind. They've also mastered the art of stealing the ball before the offense even knows they're in trouble. And now it's your turn to see if you can spot it. Check out this moment. Who's about to make the defensive play? Take a guess. Pause the video if you need to. And if you've guessed Alex Caruso leaving his post-up fronting position to spear through the ball, maybe you do have what it takes to play for OKC. But what about this next one? Who's going to make the play here? If you said Jalen Williams, you're right again. And that's the key. Never turn your head on OKC. They're always ready to strike from the blind side, taking aggressive gambles when the offense has no vision of them. They trust and anticipate the on-ball defender to hold his own ground, and they get ready in those gaps to make a play. When the offense has to regather or make a counter move, that's when OKC can make those plays from the gaps. They don't just go spearing through the ball every time either. OKC's defenders know when to make more conservative swipes at the gap to dislodge dribbles or gathers while also staying at home on their man. It's all about positioning and location. They're in the gap early, so they don't have to come lunge into the play. But it's also about the location they go for the steal. They aim for the dribble pocket, right at the waist level, the sweet spot, to avoid obvious fouls while also disrupting the offense, whether they're trying to dribble through or gather the ball in your gap. And they'll mix it up even more, sometimes completely faking that gap pressure with a stunt, baiting the ball handler, and then jumping the passing lane with an outside hand steal. Watch how Caruso positions himself, using an open chest to stunt at the ball with his near hand while keeping his wingspan wide to get into that passing lane and deflect and steal that ball. The offense never knows what's coming when they're going against OKC. But here's the key, whatever read they do make, they commit to it. OKC's defenders don't gamble half-heartedly. When they go hard, and that's why they get so many steals. If you're going to make a play, commit to it. Whether it's a swipe, a stunt, or spearing attack, you have to commit to it. And just know that when you're off the ball, it's not time to take the play off. If you're playing for OKC, you're always thinking, how can I make a play right now? And that mindset doesn't stop at the perimeter. Let's talk about how the Thunder's defenders apply that same aggressiveness to the post game as well, starting with that backside help defender, making sure they're always supporting and have their teammates back, which is a fundamental concept. If your offensive player is farthest from the ball, you should be in help, ready to make a play, and ready to help your teammates. But the post defender has a lot to do with it too. They make life hard for the offense in more ways than just fronting the post. They're super slippery, constantly adjusting their position to deny easy post entries, constantly changing that passing angle, never getting sealed, and making post entries as hard as possible. They'll even use that same outside shoulder steal we've covered in a previous video, jumping to the outside shoulder to anticipate the pass and steal the catch. If you want to dive deeper into that technique, I've got a full video on it, along with 4 other essential steals every defender should add to their tool bag. Check that out after this one to level up your defense even more. The link is in the description, and I'll make sure to put that video on the end screen as well. But right now, we aren't done covering how OKC turns post defense into an absolute nightmare for offenses. Because it's not just about stealing the ball before the post catch. Even when the ball is entered into the post player, they continue to make life tough. Watch how they usually funnel the post player baseline. That help defender is always looking to come over and make plays, inviting that baseline spin and then trusting their teammate to be there ready to help. It's all about giving the offense a read and being ready to attack it once they've taken it. An aggressive mindset and commitment to the play. No easy opportunities, just relentless pressure, team effort, and anticipation. And those traits are on full display with this next technique. The Thunder's defenders even hunt for steals on rebounds, turning a missed box out or rebound into another turnover opportunity. Let's talk about those rebounding steals, where OKC attacks the ball before the offensive player can fully secure it. Watch how their defenders will swipe up during the gather, targeting the exposed ball as the offensive player brings it down to secure it. But sometimes they even break that rule. They're just relentless on every rebound. They treat an offensive rebound as a chance to create chaos, even if they've lost the rebounding position. And I know what you'll say, those big men need to keep that ball high and protected. But let me tell you, they never do. And OKC is always waiting for that dip. And by swiping up, you avoid those unnecessary foul calls from the refs. That's why you'll see them smother offensive rebounders, reaching in with quick hands and forcing fumbles before the offense can reset and assess what's going on. Capitalizing on the disorientation from securing a rebound. Again, we need to always be looking for those split-second windows to capitalize against the offense and make a play for the defense. And the Thunder just make so many of them. This video could honestly be 2 hours long because there are so many ways the Thunder will cause turnovers, but we need to focus on those key areas that set them apart. Their defense is built on constant activity. Every defender has active hands that make the offense think twice about every dribble and every pass. There are certainly no comfy quarterbacks surveying their defense. They average over 20 deflections per game. That's the most for any playoff team in the last 10 years. Think about that. 20 times a game, the offense is disruptive, passes are deflected, and the rhythm is broken. For me, active hands are one of the most underutilized tools I see in defenders. Imagine this. These are NBA defenders creating turnovers by tracing the ball and getting their hands up against some of the best ball players in the world, and certainly some of the best passers. So imagine how disruptive you could be if you use the same activity, the same consistency of tracing the ball at your level. And don't forget about the hustle plays. Loose balls, 50-50 battles. OKC's defenders treat every possession like it's the last. You'll see them dive on the floor, always winning the floor, being the first to it. They will also trap with a numbers advantage in the half court just to change up things. And they rotate on a string, perfect rotations every time, always ready to move to the open man and intercept kickouts and read the play. It's all about the little things, and that's why OKC's defense feels like it's everywhere all at once, forcing NBA offenses to sometimes look like JV teams with those unforced errors. So let's bring it all together. The Thunder's defense is more than just a system, it's a mindset. There's shadow steals, gap steals, post plays, rebound attacks, deflections, and hustle plays, but every defender is always hunting the ball. And remember, it's not just about getting steals and putting yourself out of position. No, it's about never giving the offense a moment to breathe. And that's the lesson. If you want to become the defender every coach wants, elite defenders never take a play off. They go all in, they commit, and every single time, they're always looking to make a play. So if you're serious about leveling up your defense and want to become a player every coach trusts to get stops, check out the Lockdown Academy. I've packed it with everything you need from footwork, workouts, film study, and more to help you become a true lockdown defender. And if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe and tell me what steal you're adding to your game first. As always, I'm Coach Mike with Lockdown Defense. Keep up the hard work.